Yo, what the hell is going on, Americans? Jericho Green here with you once again, and the lawsuit is being filed, and I hope it is not the last one. I hope it is the first of many. Nick Sandmann, that poor kid, at the center of that bullshit fake controversy, another hoax. This is a regular occurrence now. He was one of the kids from Covington High School that was at the Lincoln Memorial last month when that fake-ass veteran, that Indian dude, said that, oh, they surrounded me and I was feeling scared. Turns out it was all bullshit. He approached them. He's the kid standing there. You call it a smirk, I guess. Just staring at him, didn't say nothing, didn't do nothing, just stood there. Apparently, if you're white and you're wearing the wrong hat, you cannot stand there. You can't stand. You gotta move. When there's, a person, a colored person headed towards you, you gotta step aside. That's how you gotta do it, white folks. You can't just stand there and do nothing. So his parents got some lawyers, and they are suing the absolute dog shit out of the Washington Post. You fucking assholes. Now, Washington Post wasn't the only rag to promote this bullshit. It was one of many. I think they sent out like 50 letters letting them know what was coming. But Washington Post are the first ones on the chopping block. So the lawyer released a statement saying that they're suing the Washington Post because the Washington Post engaged in McCarthyism. What is McCarthyism? Well, McCarthyism comes from Joseph McCarthy, who was, I believe, a congressman during the 50s. And what he did was he accused a bunch of people in the government of being communists. And was it from 50 to 54? During that time, communism was taboo. Communism was the new fake racism of today. If somebody accused you of being a communist, holy shit, that's worse than talking about your mom. But because of these false accusations, people were blacklisted, they lost their jobs, their fucking lives and careers were ruined. So that's basically what the Washington Post was trying to do to these kids, more specifically, Nick Sandmann. And it talks about how they did not take into consideration that they were dealing with the minor. They just went full force to perpetuate their easy-to-prove agenda against the president, their TDS. Basically, they caught wind of this, knew it could damage Trump in some way because some of the kids are wearing MAGA hats, so they just took it and ran. No facts, no investigation, just we got this footage, go. And I made a video about it off of the initial footage that came out with just the Indian dude standing there with all the kids around him. And I wasn't, of course, taking the racial angle, but I was saying how outrageous it was that the media was acting this way, saying that this guy was in danger and all these kids, they were doing these bad things. And by the footage, they were just standing around him. It didn't look that bad. Of course, more information came out. I did a follow-up video with all of the information, all of the angles. Turns out the ones who were being the assholes were those fucking black Israelites. So, because they took this and ran with it, and they're calling for these kids to be expelled and fuck their lives up, man. This kid's 16. Turns out he didn't do shit. Turns out the Indian guy was the aggressor, and he did exactly what he should have done. This kid's talking about, I was saying a silent prayer, hoping that everything worked out okay. This kid's a fucking Boy Scout. So his parents are going for a $250 million. That happens to be the same price that Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, that's how much he paid for that piece of shit in 2013 when he bought the Washington Post. And I hope they get every penny. I hope them paying this lawsuit bankrupts the Washington Post. Wouldn't that be some shit? A 16-year-old Trump supporter wearing a MAGA hat brought down the Washington Post. That shit would be sweet. And I hope when this kid wins, like I said earlier, I hope this isn't the only lawsuit. I hope he takes down as many of these fucking assholes as he can, as his lawyers can. And I hope this kid, not for real, but I hope he at least does a video or Instagram, Twitter, something where he's just in his new Lamborghini, you know, rings, diamonds, his ruby and diamond encrusted MAGA hat. Like, thanks, Washington Post. I appreciate it. You gave me all of this because you guys were suffering from your terminal illness known as TDS. The shit is real. Like, people really have taken down Trump as their main focus no matter what. No matter how many lives and careers that they leave in their wake. No matter how many people's livelihoods they take away. How many people they get kicked out of their schools and fired from their jobs. They don't care. The main focus is taking down Trump. And my only question is, why? Because he says some things you don't like? Because he tweets and calls people names and shit? So, this is nothing new. He didn't just wake up one morning, his first morning in the White House, and say, all right, I'm a changed guy. I'm going to start being someone I never was. Trump was always like this. He was always taking shots at people who were taking shots at him first. He was always brash. So what? That's what got him in the White House. But because he doesn't fall in line and fit the mold of past politicians, of these mealy-mouthed fucking liars, because he's not beholden to any lobbyists or people who helped him get in office, because he paid his own way, because he's draining the swamp, they don't like him. They hate him. I'll say they hate him. They hate Trump. And for what reason, I do not know. But they were willing to destroy the lives of high school kids. What the fuck? So, and everything that the lawyers released in that, or mentioned in that letter that they released, was true. They used their power and influence to destroy these kids. They took this footage with no follow-up, no research whatsoever, and tried to hurt these children. It's one thing to run with a story or print a story and not have all the information and then come back like, all right, we didn't know this, we're sorry, whatever. But that wasn't what they did. They weren't doing their job. They were trying to hurt people and destroy people. And this is what you get. And this kid will get paid. I don't know if it'll be the whole $250 million. I'm gonna pray to Santa Claus tonight that it is. But this kid is gonna get paid. And if it were to bankrupt the Washington Post, how fucking awesome would that be that a child brought him down? Man, that's awesome. So Nick Sandmann, you damn right he's a Sandman, because he's about to put the Washington Post to sleep. Get him. Even Trump sent out a tweet saying, fake news. Go get him, Nick. Trump, invite that kid to the White House. Give him a grand tour. Sit down and have lunch with that little kid, man. That's awesome. Fuck the Washington Post. You brought this on yourself, and all the other outlets who try to destroy these children, you get ready. You're on deck. You're next. Now let me hop in this damn rat race, people. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow your boy on the Twitters @green_Jericho, and utilize the PayPal link in the description box. It is greatly appreciated. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.